Hey. Oh, hold on. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
You can hear me? Okay. Sorry, it's like super like dark. My other camera stopped working, so I had to use my webcam. So I'm
The
sorry.
show must go
The
on.
show must go on. So I'm sorry, but you're not here to look at my face anyway. You're here to look at the art. So don't worry about me. But
You are
I'm gonna be
art.
reduced. I'm gonna be reduced to a little circle in a second, and then we'll be
Oh,
fine. So, anyways, how are you, Ella? It's been a long day.
I'm doing good. Yeah, it has been a long day, but it's been a good day.
It
So,
has been a good day. It
I
has been a
love
good day.
doing big events like this. I like to be busy, so I actually thrive off of like really chaotic days. So, I'm living the best dream, really. This is just
Good. Well,
food for me.
I'm glad to hear. I'm glad to hear that. So you want to let them know there's some things. So welcome to the third event of the training arc event that we've been doing this week. I'm so glad you guys got to come join us during the first two events today. I had a lot of fun teaching you guys and going over things, and it was a lot of you know, uh, I, I I love like getting really deep into this stuff, and so sometimes I'll go on and on and on, whatever. But I'm super passionate, and I hope that my passion for that rubs off on you guys because that's how you learn and improve is
Mm.
getting really geeky and passionate about this stuff. Like you just
Hmm.
if you the more like think Midoriya from My Hero. Like remember his notebooks and he would just write everything like literally everything down. I want you guys to be that way about art and about character design and storytelling. The more like nerdy you get about that stuff, the better you get because you get like into like the analogy I like to use is like a clockmaker. You know, like when you see
Mm.
clockmakers and they're always like, everything is
Yeah.
like fine details, right? That's the level of obsession you need to get into to really improve. And so I hope that that rubs off on you guys because that's how we live here. That's how all of us are here. Me, Ella, Lana, Laura, Lauren, um, Moni, all of us are like that way about the craft that we and I just we're so much into that. So Ella, I know you feel the same way, especially when it comes to writing.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's really easy to just forget about art. Oh yeah, that was just something I used to do or whatever. And the truth is that it's really important. No matter what you're doing, even if it's crochet or playing music or whatever, you have to do stuff because I really believe that progress and trying to improve yourself in that sort of way is essential to becoming a good character. We talk about, oh, like, is that character well written and all this stuff? And the truth is are we good characters? Am I being a good protagonist? You know what I mean? And sometimes the answer is no. I'm not being a very good protagonist. I did not do what I was supposed to do, and my mental health suffers from that. And so the thing is that when I do get passionate and excited about this kind of stuff, even just for fun, it doesn't have to be something you turn into a job. It doesn't have to be something that you even do forever, but it's something that you tried to learn and improve upon, and that's really what is sort of the point. And we like to give tools and stuff to make it more fun, that it's not frustrating, that it's something that all of this whole mini event, are the stuff that when you guys do RP and Flux Fantasy and all of this stuff is just meant to be a way to inspire you, and you guys inspire us right back. So that's sort of the whole thing. Yeah.
I think you said it very well. So I hope that everyone
Aw.
walks away with that. She's got a way with words. That's why she writes really good commissions and she pushes forward. So today before Ella, I think has one more a couple of quick more announcements before we go into it. We're going to be working on a piece from start to finish over the next 3 days. So I'm going to sketch it tonight. We're going to clean it up tomorrow, and then we're going to lay some flats, I believe, on Friday. So that's kind of how we're going to do it. So just a reminder that our server is open. So if you're new here, um, during the event, we open up the Discord server for new friends to come in. So you're welcome
Hmm.
to come join, meet some friends, share your art, etc., etc. Ella, you want to fill in the rest?
Yeah, so I've just got a couple of quick studio announcements. For those of you who are new with this, obviously, you can jump into the Discord and you can get all of our updates and announcements there, or you can join our newsletter, and we've got lots of other stuff. We've got a lot going on right now, so I'm just going to go through it kind of quickly. Every night, we're going to be reminding you about the stuff that we've got going on. We've got a lot of stuff going on for Valentine's Day. February is our favorite month. At least it's my favorite month, so I'm going to say that it's our favorite month. We've got the kissing booth, which we're about to reach our first goal in the kissing booth, so that lasts all the way until February 14th. And then we have a Valentine's Day sale, which if you get two half bodies, then you get flat color for free. So those things are linked in our Discord, or if you want to learn more about it, we'll put the links here in the chat. If you're like, that sounds interesting. And so then we've got those two things. And then, of course, like always, we're going to talk about this at the end as well, but our Kickstarter is going. We actually just posted, I'm sure a lot of you saw, we just posted a video about kind of a little trailer. RC's talking about the OC character journal and everything about it. That launches on Friday. It's going to open Friday morning. We're very excited about it. The anticipation is building. It's like Christmas Eve today. So it's like we're very excited about it. And if you want to know more about it, I'm going to put the link here so that you can go follow our project page or go watch that video to learn more. And then the last thing is, if you did not see it earlier today, we announced we have a new Patreon tier. The Patreon tier, I am going to be taking an art class from RC. And we're going to be filming that. It's going to be a really long series where we go through pretty much everything from the fundamentals. Maybe if I get good enough, we'll get over to like rendering and stuff like that. It'll be a lot of fun if I get good enough. So we'll see. But we're going to be putting those on YouTube for free, so anybody can come watch. But we have a new Patreon tier, which has some benefits where you can get the art references that RC is going to give me, some tips, we have built out this huge skill tree so that you can download it, make your own skill tree based off of what we do. It's super built out. There's all kinds of stuff in it. It's all digital, so you can go through and like do checkpoints, and it's almost like a video game experience, right? And we've got all of the homework that I'm gonna get and stuff like that in there. And then we also, another benefit is you get to go into kind of like a seminar once a month where RC is going to be taking submissions from all of the people in our group and kind of like doing notes and things like that. So it's going to be a lot of fun. It's all about art. For now, we're going to be looking at all things like manga and art, and it's going to be a whole series. So if you're really interested in how RC does classes and things like that, sort of behind the scenes, this is the perfect tier for you, because I know we have a lot of people who draw their own OCs and manga pages and comics and stuff like that. So if you're an artist, I really encourage you to come into the class to not only to improve, but to watch how somebody who's like a complete beginner can hopefully move up, level up. Literally, that's why we have this skill tree, which is why it's called the training arc and stuff like that. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm really excited. We're about to do my first class. I've actually been practicing a little bit with the stuff that RC has already given me, so it's gonna be a lot of fun. And if anything, you can just come to watch me struggle really hard with side profiles. So that's gonna be fun too. So that's the whole thing. If you have any questions about it, just put it in the chat or find me on Discord. But I'm gonna put the Patreon link here so that you can go check it out. And that's it. That's all I've got. That was long-winded. I'm sorry.
Well, one last thing about it is when we do these training arcs in the future series, there's going to be special Patreon only members where I will do like in-depth teaching during those events. So when you're on that tier, you also get that benefit. Okay. All right. So we're gonna get started. I am going to just sketch out. I'm gonna work. You're gonna watch me just work on this sketch. Like I said, I'm gonna sketch today, clean up tomorrow, and lay flats on Friday. So that's kind of like what we're gonna do. So you can watch me do the whole process. I'm gonna play some music. We will have a great time, and we'll go from there. So let me get the music queued up here.
Yeah, and if you want to join in on this sort of exercise, I encourage you to sketch anything tonight. Then you could go over it with pen or something tomorrow if you're traditional, or do line art tomorrow, and then lay flats with us, and maybe we can all come away with a complete piece. I will just be sketching. I'm gonna be practicing so that I don't make a complete fool of myself when I go into my first class. But it's just going to be
Listen,
fun. Kind of just a fun drawing, a chill, fun drawing time before we get into proportions tomorrow, which I am dreading and also very excited about. So,
proportions, you do not want to miss that event tomorrow. Proportions is like literally the most important thing. So do not miss proportions, because that's one of the most important things you could possibly learn here from me, is that. So you don't want to miss that. Okay, so let me get the music ready here. I'm going to switch over. We're going to do the mic check, make sure everything's good. Oh, thank you so much, Beast King, for the super like. That was very cool of you. Appreciate it. Super chat. Super like. Appreciate that a lot. Sending you love back. All right, let me get the. All right, can you hear me?
I can.
Okay.
I'm echoing again.
How about now? Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Let me get this music going, and we will go from there.
I don't think that there is a way to do this many things and be perfect tech wise. I just don't think it's possible. I really don't.
I don't know how. I don't know how. It's like I've tried everything up and down, and it's like every time I think everything is set, it gives me, there's always something,
Yeah.
All right. Oops. All right. Tell me. I'm gonna lower the music just a little bit. I just want to make sure it's not too loud. Hopefully, it doesn't blast everyone's ears out. I'm sorry. Okay, hold on. Okay, how's this? Can you hear that?
I like it. Yeah.
Is it too loud or is it okay?
It sounds okay to me.
Sounds good to you? Okay. All right. So let's get started. I'm going to do a promo piece, kind of an action drawing of Hugo.
Heck yeah.
And it's going to be like the...
I thought you were playing our trailer Kickstarter music for a second, and I was like, did you just like take this?
Okay, so you're going to notice that when I'm doing this, I am super rough.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the king. When you were talking about making a fool of yourself, like you have to make a fool of yourself. Like you have to be okay with that, because that's what makes... Oh, thank you, Ruben. That's very cool. Aww.
Yeah, so sweet.
That is very sweet of you, Ruben. So you're gonna see that I'm gonna be super rough here, and I'm gonna block some shapes out and.
So I've heard a lot, and you don't have to answer me right away, but I've heard a lot that when you're stiff, your drawings come out stiff. Like when you do things like straight lines and, you try to like make it super, super perfect, that the drawing will come out stiff, and that it's just really good to just be loose. Do you find that that's the case with your own drawings too? Or are you like, nah, I'm always really good?
It's true. If you try to be too perfect, with things, it will come out stiff. You just have to kind of like rough. You just have to go with it and put shapes down, and just don't worry about... This is not the time to be perfect. This is the time to get the idea out of your head, and then you can go manipulate it and get it to a place where you're happy,
Yeah. I already like where this piece is going.
Well, good. I'm doing something right today. My camera may not be working, but...
So when I'm starting to work on my own drawing stuff, I have a bunch of these like little, just like A5 notebooks. There's like 60 pages in here. I've got my haiku stickers to motivate me. That's my motivation. I'm trying really hard to motivate myself to draw every day, and I've been drawing every day. And this whole book is dedicated to like heads, and I'm about halfway through, and I would say probably 87% of this book is just side profiles because I'm struggling with them so badly. But I think I'm finally having little baby breakthroughs. It's really weird. Something that I didn't really anticipate was the like dip back down into bad. Like, I feel like I get it, and then the next day I'm bad again, and then I have to like retrain back up. So I'm just gonna be using, when I first start my class, I'm just gonna be using traditional. I've got a bunch of pencils and some little Crayola erasers. Literally, they're Crayola erasers, and my pencils and these notebooks, and that's how I'm going to be starting. I don't have anything digital. I have no digital stuff, so I'm really excited about it. And I'm going to be detailing all of that on the skill tree. It's kind of almost like a blog too, of like daily stuff and like what I'm practicing and things like that, especially when I get advice and help from RC. So I really appreciate all of you guys encouraging me. I hope that some of you join me so that I can continue to get your encouragement during, like, I can go to the Patreon and see like your comments and stuff, and go onto the skill tree and see your stuff. So if I'm planning on, if I do a really good job, that I will get myself some sort of digital drawing thing, whether it's an iPad or something like that. That's the goal. But I want to start traditional because I want to show that you don't need anything like that. Like, I don't need a Cintiq or something, you know, to be good. I want to start just with like normal, just paper and stuff. So I'm very excited. I'm excited and scared. It's a little bit intimidating to do it kind of like publicly, to publicly show all of my mistakes and stuff like that. But the thing is, what I've learned from RC's own bravery is that it sort of pushes me to be practicing, because I want to improve, you know. I think that the thing is, what I'm learning from the art classes and these sort of things, and you guys, is that you gotta just do it. You gotta just, nobody is gonna make it real but me, because I have to make it real. Like, nobody's gonna do it for me. I have to like do it myself. So yeah, that's the goal. And I keep getting inspiration from like these awesome poses. Like, I can't wait to do stuff like this, and draw cool poses. So yeah, that's the whole thing, why we're doing the new Patreon tier and stuff like that. This pose is very cool.
Sorry, I'll talk in a minute. Let me just get this right. I gotta focus for a second.
No, it's okay. Moose, you should join. I hope that you do. I was actually thinking that I was thinking about you and hoping that you would, actually. Jimmy, I hope you join too. I saw your stuff, and I think you'd really like the course. Of course, the course is going to be online for free, so you can always watch it, but if you want more, I like when you guys post stuff. It helps me feel like we're all improving together. I will say I've been pretty nervous about it. We've been talking about this for a little while, and I really wanted to take the leap to do it. So I'm gonna be really happy to know that I've got so many friends with me. It actually is very encouraging. I was really worried that I wasn't gonna have any pals uh, in there with me. So I'm glad. I'm glad that I'm gonna have some help. And you guys will be able to see all of my progress, drawings, everything. Basically, everything that I draw, I'm gonna be posting about. So you can see the really rough stuff. We might even show a little bit of it tonight. Some of the skill tree is already built, so we might show a little bit of it if we've got time. But some of my art is already in there, and it is very, very rough. So. And I hope that you'll be able to use like the skill tree and other things to help if you're on your journey too, because sometimes it can be intimidating just to know where to even start or what steps to take. Oh, Jimmy, I'm really proud of you for trying again. I don't think that art should be stressful. I think that the thing about it is what I have found that when I turn it into something that is like meant to be perfect, then it's never going to be good. You know, if it's just to have fun and experiment, like, why don't I try this style? And then it doesn't work, and I have to be able to just laugh at myself and be like, that looked awful. Okay, try again. You know, if you're so worried about it looking bad, then you're never going to improve. You know what I mean?
That's what I was saying.
So that's
don't
what
worry.
I'm finding.
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. Don't worry about. You got to look like a fool. You know, you got to be willing to look like a fool, and it's okay. Like, you know, you're way better than 90% of the population who doesn't try anything.
Yeah,
you know?
That's true.
Try it. Don't, you know.
And that's the thing I talk about a lot too, is one of the reasons that I'm doing this is so that I can look silly, you know? What I am remembering and have to remind myself is that the difference between like somebody who's an artist and somebody who's not is that the artist is just doing it. It doesn't matter if they're the greatest artist
ever. That is wisdom,
or
bro. That is
somebody
wisdom.
Somebody just starting out. The thing that is unique about me is me, you know? And if I want to be a good artist, I have to do it. Nobody's going to take over my body and like be a good artist, you know? So that's the thing that's really important. And I'm sure there's going to be a lot of stuff like that during our our lessons, things I'm going to talk about in my experience going through it, because this will be the first time that I'm really like sort of doing something creative, like learning a new creative skill in a while, and so I'm really excited about it. And also just having fun. I know that maybe at the end of all of this, I'm just slightly better, and that's okay. The thing is that at least I am practicing and getting and learning, and also learning like discipline and stuff, because art takes time, you know. And if I want it to be good, I have to learn, like, hey, you gotta do this every day. So it's gonna be something that is gonna be healthy for somebody who is, you know, I think I'm still growing. I'm still younger. You know, I've got a lot to learn, and this is gonna be one of those things. I think it's just gonna be a good little life journey, good little, and who better to do it with than RC, because he's very wise.
Stop.
And one day when I get my art tablet, you guys are gonna be like, I remember when she had that stupid little book with the haiku stickers on it. She couldn't draw side profiles, and now she only draws side profiles.
That's so
You guys are gonna
true.
be there. So we really wanted to do something with this pose that was like really dynamic, and fun, and um, very like manga, because we are a manga studio, so we wanted to do something that was like almost like a cover, one of those in between, like maybe a chapter cover. But we also wanted it to be simple enough that we could finish it. We didn't want it to be like, oh, and he's using karmastry and he's like upside down or something. It's like, okay, it has to be practical. And sometimes that happens. It's like you have grand ideas and it's like, okay, what can we actually do? And if you're learning to do art and things like that, you can always come back to this video and slow it down and watch how RC does it piece by piece. We're going to be going over like proportions and things tomorrow, but if you're like, man, I want to do that pose, you could always come rewatch this video. Just mute us. You don't have to listen to us. You could just turn on your own music, watch how RC does it. My cat is eating in here. It's very smelly. It smells like fish now.
What? Is it Oscar?
Yes.
Why is he like breathing on you? Why does it smell like fish in there?
It's just a small room.
Oh. I wish your cat did not smell like fish because my cat smells like dryer sheets, and I wish yours smelled like dryer sheets.
He is eating right now. That's one thing that I'm going to ask RC to teach me once we get through the basics of like human proportions and things. I would like to take a class from him on animals, because he's very good at drawing animals, and but I have to earn my way to animals. I have to start with people.
Actually, animals, you could look at it at kind of dessert-like, where it's like, it's actually, I find animals are easier than people.
Yeah.
So it's
I'm
almost
sure
like, well,
I'll
you can
want the
start with animals.
foundation.
Huh?
I'll want the foundation of
Okay.
people first, I'm sure.
At least that's been my experience. I find them easy.
Yeah.
Humans, we're just shaped. We got all these weird shapes and stuff. It's not very, you know?
Yeah. Why did we have to be so hard to draw? Could have just been easier. Just squares. Squares with
No.
eyes. I'll tell you right now, when you guys start watching my course, I can't draw squares. I can't draw them. I'm sure RC will fix that or help me fix it. I can't draw them.
You
It's
can't
like
draw. You
something
can't draw
about them.
squares.
No, I can't, like the 3D squares. I can't
Oh,
draw them.
the 3D square. Oh.
Hi, are you being a nuisance? No, Mom, I'm being handsome. Hey, being handsome on camera is a nuisance. He's wearing his bow tie today.
Kitty. By the way, you're gonna notice as I'm doing this is that it's like insanely rough, and that's the cool thing about when you use like digital, when you draw digitally, is that you can do another layer on top. You don't have to get it perfect in the first one. Like, just rough it out, then do another one on top of it and make it better, and adjust it. And that's kind of what I do, especially with complicated poses. I will just kind of get it out there, and then I will then go and start.
Yeah. A lot of people, what I've seen traditionally is they'll do like a bunch of thumbnails, and it's sort of the same thing. You just get it down. and then you clean it up on a different page.
I think a lot of people get concerned about drawing things perfectly right off the bat, and you can't get in that mindset. That happens to me. Like I will run into that where it's like, no, bro, you have unlimited layers.
Yeah, you can take all the time in the world if you wanted to.
Yeah, the final product is what matters. And all this like roughing out, this is the sculpting part. What is the word? Chiseling? Can you find what that word is? Like, can you tell me what I know what sculpting, what is the chiseling art form called? Where you chisel something out of rock. What is that called? Like, I cannot, it's driving me crazy because it's like,
it's called stone sculpting or carving.
What is the other word?
Carving.
Carving out of stone. Okay, carving. Right? Carving. That's the word, carving. I think of pumpkins when I hear carving, so I don't, or wood.
Yeah.
Normally think
pumpkins.
Of, sorry. But a lot of it is the carving, like you're just kind of carving it out, trying to get all the pieces in the right place.
This is a mad haiku pose for sure. You can't draw boys. I can only draw boys.
That's a lie. I've seen B draw really well.
I know.
I've seen you draw them, and you've drawn so many of them. You know what? Actually, I feel boys, like, it's easier to draw male characters than female characters. Male characters are, for me, female characters have so much more nuance to get them to look right. And male characters are more like marshmallowy. I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah.
Like, they're more, you can get away with a lot more there than with female characters. Now, obviously, not all female characters are like the same bodies or whatever, but generally, if you're trying to do like a female aesthetic, the female aesthetic, I think, is harder, at least in my experience, to get it right than a female. Like, I've seen B's work, and her female aesthetic is very good, right? And I've seen the guys that she draws, and they're great. They're really great.
Yeah, I don't know. Everybody in the chat's like, oh, males are harder for me. I can only draw thick-chinned, crimson chin out here.
Crimson chin? Men. For real? That's what you're... For real?
Their jaws? Impeccable. My drawings' jaws could sculpt stone, okay? Could chisel themselves out of stone.
That's true, C. That's true. That's probably why. The crimson chin. I can't get that out of my head now.
Oh, are you being a good student? Yeah. Watching the eyebrows and eyelids, the eye mask that we were talking about earlier.
See? And see how I'm willing to just erase and just kind of go with it? You have to be willing to just like... to be messy. Don't get all caught up with it being perfect. Right now I'm just trying to find it.
And tonight is about sketching, and I think the thing that is important is we don't show this part of the process a lot, and maybe I'm just speaking out of turn because obviously RC is currently more of the artist than I am, but we don't really show like the exploration part of art very often, and it's really important. Like to just try something, throw it away, try again, take another piece until like it gets right. Because tonight is just about sketching. We're not doing the line art part. We're not like so figuring out the pose itself is part of the process, and making it the way that you want it to look. You know, throwing something away and getting back into it.
That's right. Just have fun with it. Actually, a lot of times there is your work, if you just go and just start drawing instead of getting all, that's one of the challenges I have whenever I'm teaching like structuring and stuff. Some people get so rigid with the structure, and it's like, no, it's not meant to like confine you. It's meant to give you some frameworks to work with. But if you lean too much into the structure, then your work will get very stiff, right? So you got to kind of just let it flow. See, the advantages to doing, well, to starting on paper, pen and paper versus digital. So let me just say this real quick. I have this advice that helped me a lot. First, when you draw on paper, get yourself a notebook and throw a pencil. Don't get a pencil. Use a pen. Draw with pen. Why? Because you get so caught up with like wanting everything to be like perfect and erasing and stuff. Drawing in pen is actually better. When you're sketching, and like you learn to get confidence in yourself with a pen because you don't lean on the crutch of the eraser, right? And so it doesn't mean never use the pencil, but I'm saying like go with the pen, and you're gonna find there's like this freedom because you can't go back, right? Like whatever you draw, you got to commit with. And the truth is that, you know, remember, no one is watching you, right? You got your notebook and you're drawing in it. No one's looking at you, right? So it's okay to like feel like you're drawing bad or whatever. Just draw. That's how you do it. I told this story about when a couple of years ago, I got a personal trainer to help me because I was like, look, I am horrible at exercising. I don't know how to do it. Do you know what he did? The first thing he did was he goes, I want you to lay down on the floor, and I want you to do X number of push-ups, X number of sit-ups. And it was something like 10 push-ups, 10 sit-ups, whatever. Like it was something like, bro, like within five sit-ups and a couple push-ups, I was like heaving. I was like, he goes, okay, lay down, put your legs up. Because I was going to throw up. And he's like, all right, he goes, now I kind of understand where you are. And he's like, we got to baby step it, right? And so I spent 2 years, like 3 times a week exercising, and he started me off small and working my way up. Now I do 100 sit-ups a day. That's nothing for me. And back then I would have done 10 and I would want to throw up, right? And I built my core up during that time. And so that's the same thing with art. You have to be willing to just suck, you know, at first, and then you'll get better. If you're not willing to suck, it's never going to improve, because you'll never, like Ella said, I've never heard it put that way. Ella always drops this wisdom on us. She's like, the only difference between you and the artist is the artist is actually doing it, right? You become an artist the minute you put pen to paper and actually draw. Okay, so go for it.
I will say I've started my art journey with paper and a pencil. I have actually been switching back and forth between pencil and pen, just sort of as needed, because I'm trying to learn my circles, and circles, I'm having to erase a lot, so I don't want to like go through a ton of pages with pen, so that's why I'm using pencil. But when I've started to get more confident, I've started to use pen. So see, that's what I'm doing. I find it easier to look back at my progress that way. And that's kind of where because I'm just starting, because I don't need like color and that kind of stuff. I bought a bunch of really cheap colored pencils and a bunch of pencils and some pads of paper, and that's what I've got, because I'm just focusing on just starting. So I don't need it to be like digitally rendered and, you know, put it on social media, because I'm not ready for that yet. So I'm doing it in a journal first. But that's where I'm starting, and maybe somebody else will start differently. Maybe they'll find digital is better. I actually tried to start digitally the first time I started trying to draw, like years and years and years ago, and I actually found it really difficult because I didn't know any structure, and I couldn't easily track my progress across a digital sketchbook as well as I could a physical one. Like I couldn't see what I had done wrong or done right the first time because it was in another file or in another page or whatever. So that's why I chose this time to do more traditional first and then move my way up to digital. But I'm sure each person is different. I don't know where RC started. Probably pad and paper when he was like, 2.
I thought you were gonna make an old joke. I thought you'd be like, "Oh, were you like writing on cave walls with like
No.
deer blood or something?" No, I was not.
I actually paid you a compliment, and then you just ran right over it. And
I know.
insulted.
Always making myself the victim, I always got to do that. I got to create drama where there's none.
I've been reading, so I'm also trying to read more manga, like actually read it. I've read a lot of manga before, but mostly just to get like story and understand sort of just like design. But now I'm reading more manga with the intention of like looking at the art, and I'm going to be putting that in the skill tree as well, sort of all the different manga I'm reading, the things that I like about it, just like RC taught us this morning, like go into the things that you like and draw over them, like circle the things that you like, and I've started to do that as well. And I actually find that I enjoy the manga more because I'm taking longer to like read it because I'm looking at everything so closely.
Good.
So.
That is so good. That is so good. That's exactly right. I bought the whole Attack on Titan manga series for Christmas for myself.
Mm-hmm.
That was my like Christmas gift to myself. And I happened to find on eBay, they had the big colossal version, right? It's like the omnibus version where you can really see it big. Okay, I bought myself I decided, so I'm really, when I read manga, I usually read it in bed, and I have like just like really dorky like reading lights that I put around my neck so I can like see, and it makes it, and I'm always studying the manga, and I'm like read really slowly because I'm looking at everything. But I bought this thing that's like what do you call this? What do you call those things? Like a book stand, right? And it rotates,
yeah,
and whatever. And it looks like you'd have like a spell book on it or something. I mean, it's like,
yeah.
I've got my Attack on Titan manga on it because they're huge. They're like Bibles. They're giant. Put it on there, and now I can sit there in the light and like really look at it and study the line art and see what's happening in the background and everything. One of my favorite manga series is Noragami. Noragami is one of those that's like so gorgeous. It's like absolutely beautiful. Like it's just, I would sit there and just let it bleed into my mind, I highly recommend that. It's a cool story, and the art is really amazing.
I like that. I'm going to be putting all kinds of stuff into the skill tree, so if you join that tier, you'll be able to see it. The most recent manga that I got that I started reading was Witch Hat. What's it called? Witch Hat?
Atelier? Witch Hat Atelier? Or whatever?
Yeah. It's so beautiful. Like, it's gorgeous. I can't believe how gorgeous it is. I've been wanting to read more stuff that like had magic and powers in it and how they handled that. They're just so good.
Oh, so we got some Noragami fans? Noragami is finished. Yeah, they actually finished the series. I got I think they finished last year. And I read the final I read all of them. Like I bought it's absolutely gorgeous. It's the most beautiful manga I've ever seen, I think. just like absolutely beautiful. It's my favorite. The story is a lot of fun. Highly recommend it. Highly recommend it. And one thing that I study when I look at those, I look at line weights. I look at like, it did get depressing, but it got, I think if I remember the ending, I think it got really good at the end. I think it like evens out at the end. But line weights, you know, how people do eyes, like I zoom in and obsess over their like how they draw eyes, because eyes are where it's all at, right? That's where so much of your attention actually goes to. If you notice, watch any anime, and if you pause most anime, like I notice this on a lot of anime, especially stuff I like, the anatomy is like jacked, right? Like sometimes you'll see like the hands are all screwed up. Haikyuu does this sometimes. You know, the hands are all screwed up, whatever, because you're not looking there, right? You're looking at the face. You know?
Yeah.
So
and sometimes they do that on purpose, you know, to draw your attention to something else. They'll like do something just kind of halfway so that the detailed part, you know, is what really stands out. It's just, it really makes me appreciate, you know, when you're trying to learn something, it makes you appreciate it a little bit more, you know?
it does,
like,
yeah.
wow, this manga, it's easy to just breeze through a manga. Like, it's just easy to be like, oh, that was fun, and then, like, move on. But, like, when you're, like, looking at it and studying it, it's like, wow, this is, like,
it is so
fun.
much work.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work. It's like, oh, we'll draw faster. Okay, sure. You know, that doesn't take into account the storytelling part, right? Which engineering the story is very difficult on its own. I think that's why, like, another reason why AI is soulless, because there is no effort. Part of it is watching the effort and then seeing the result of that effort, you know. Equivalent exchange, so to speak.
Yeah. It's a good way to put it. If I'm going to put my effort into looking at it or reading it, there better have been effort in making it.
Oh, absolutely, Jimmy. Totally agree. His eyes in the anime and in the manga are just awesome. So you just if you haven't seen it, go see it. It's amazing.
From this angle right now, it kind of looks like he's coming out of a wall, like he's like
well, you know what's so funny? I was playing for a minute. I was originally going to have him floating in the air. I kind of thought it would be kind of fun to have him coming out of the wall. As I saw the same thing.
Now it kind of makes me want to change his powers. I think we should just change his powers to like fading through objects.
Like matter phase through matter?
Yeah. Yeah. Let's just change everything. I think this one poster has
changed Hugo altogether, and
yeah. I guess it sort of falls into his powers a little bit. I feel like it's more of a quantum thing,
he does have his physics power. I mean, he has. I don't think he can. With his stuff is more like space-time, so I guess he could, like, you know, warp space-time, but, you know.
Yeah, it's a little
but that's
stretch.
not the same as.
Yeah. The Kool-Aid Man of Flux Destiny. True. You know, that's the fun thing about promo posters and stuff, is you can kind of just do what you want. Doesn't really matter 'Cause it's just meant to be cool.
By the way, if you're new here, and welcome, I'm RC Helix. I'm the creator of Flux Destiny. I've got Ella here, my right hand, creator of the
New terrified student.
new terrified student. She, you should definitely. Our server is open during the event, and the cool thing is once you get in there, you can stay in there. Obviously, as long as you are a decent human being. So, so the server's open.
Not a robot.
Ella will drop the link in there. Go check that out. Would love to join you. We've got a really awesome community in there. People are really supportive, and people make friends and RP together and have a really great time with it. If you need some help, like getting acclimated to what Flux Destiny is or whatever, Ella can drop that and help you with that too. Another skill is learning how to throw things away. And I've mentioned this before, but being able to, like, sometimes we get so precious about something we've drawn, we put so much effort into it, and it's just not working. Sometimes it just doesn't work.
Yeah.
Regardless of what you've done. And sometimes it's just throw it away. You know, like if your eraser, if your paper, if you're drawing on paper and it starts having holes in it, throw it away. Like start over. Right?
Yeah.
There's just, we get into this sunk cost fallacy of, like, in drawing where it's like you're drawing and you're suddenly like, oh, but I put so much time into it. It's okay. Have you seen, like Ella and I love the Hayao Miyazaki documentaries. Have you seen the pile of drawings that he discards that's next to his desk? It's a mountain of pages. He throws it away. And part of doing this, you know, being part of being an artist and, like, getting the best work out of your brain is being willing to just be like, no, I'm gonna try something else. Like, it is one of the most, I promise you, if you learn to just stop being so precious with what you put out of your pen, like, you will improve dramatically. So
yeah, I read this might be false. This might be a lie that I read somewhere. But I heard something that was basically like, if you are a bread maker, some of you might not know this, but when you make bread, it's really difficult. Like, literally, like, the air around you, the type of air, temperature, and things like that can affect the bread. Now, I read somewhere that when you make bread and it fails, like it doesn't work out, like the sourdough starter, like, doesn't rise or anything, like, when it doesn't rise, it affects the air in whatever room you're in, and it makes the bread making experience easier, even though it failed. And I was like, I read that and I was like, that's crazy. Like, so even failures help you in later attempts. You know, that's kind of like the sentiment of it. But I just found that really fascinating. So that's what I take, you know, when we say stuff like that.
You know,
like,
that is so true.
It helps.
Everyone gets so worried about failing. Failing is feedback. You don't look at failure. You know what real failure is? Not doing anything. That's real failure. Like, not even trying. Getting feedback is one of the best things, especially when you know that it's like to improve yourself makes such a huge difference. I send stuff to Ella and our guys in our little studio all the time. I'm like, hey, what do you think of this? Ella can tell you. I'm like, oh, they'll give their direct feedback. I'm like, oh, I guess you're right. And if I like my idea, I'll fight for it. You know, I'll be like, well, I want to do it this way. So, you know, but for the most part, Ella will tell you I'm pretty good at taking feedback. And because I know that it's in the spirit of improving, you know, trying to make things better. So
yeah. Well, the good news is that if you do end up joining the skill tree, you'll see a lot of failure because there's already failure on there right now, and I can't imagine how much more there will be. But it's good. It's healthy. It's good to fail, and keep trying.
Bro, if you're failing, that means you're living. All right?
Yeah.
Failing means you're living. There's so many people who are like, "Oh, I'm afraid to fail. I'm afraid to fail." Well, bro, like you're like stay in your packaging. It's like, you know, whenever you buy, I remember when I used to buy like figures and I would never take them out of the packaging. I'm like, what am I doing? I'm never going to sell these things. I'm never going to, this is for me. I'm like, oh, but I have to keep, no, I was like, take it out of the packaging. Think of yourself in the same way. Failure is staying in the packaging. So if you want to stay in there and do nothing and just observe the universe, go for it. But like, live, all right? You just live, go do things. You don't want to waste your life sitting down doing nothing. Live, damn it. I'm serious. I take that so seriously because I have worked at other places before that were soul sucking. I have seen other people who would I saw so many talented people like waste their lives because they were too afraid to take a step, to look stupid, to do whatever, you know, like it's so sad. And the weight, so you got two choices, right? You got the pain of like discipline. You got to pick your pain. You got the pick of the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. And there's a saying that the pain of discipline weighs ounces while the pain of regret weighs tons. Okay? And you don't want to look back 20 years from now and go, wow, why was I so scared about doing this? That's so silly. I wasted 20 years of my life to do this. Just do it. No one cares. YOLO. Okay? Like, go live your life.
Oh, yeah. We're bringing back YOLO.
We're bringing back YOLO. Live your life. I don't know. I'd rather die doing what I like to do than like live comfortable doing nothing and quietly rotting away. You know? So I might actually do him coming out of the wall thing. I actually think that's kind of cool. That wasn't my original intent, but I'm kind of going with the flow. Is that bad? Do you not like it?
No, I think it's fine. It's whatever you want it to be.
I'm always looking for like Ella's approval. I'm like, my like dad approval issues like take out on Ella and like pass them onto her.
Yeah.
So you notice I haven't drawn the clothes yet, right? And I talk about this a lot because you got to get the pose right. Then you can start mapping the clothes and stuff on top. It'll sit properly on it. If you find yourself drawing the characters clothed from the very start, you're going to find that it's a cheat because you're cheating the anatomy. It's not going to look as good when you actually put the clothes on because you're trying not to deal with. See, don't call me out like that. Don't call me out. I can be a hypocrite on my own stream. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. That is so true, Peace King. So true.
I think he's coming out of the wall. I don't think he's stuck in the wall. I think he'd be a little bit more embarrassed or something if he was.
Oh yeah, he's coming
stuck
through it. He's not stuck.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's actually if we go with his like space-time stuff, maybe he's opening a rift and walking through.
Yeah, that's what Ruben said. Like maybe a tear.
Yeah, maybe it's like a tear. Maybe it's whatever.
Yeah. not necessarily a wall, but like a tear through space.
Yeah.
I think that's probably a little bit more appropriate for his clockwork powers. He should be wearing a helmet, is all I have to say.
Oh, that's true. That's true. He needs his helmet, but you know what? We won't be able to see him, so we're gonna pretend.
Yeah, it's a promo piece.
Okay, so now that we've kind of have this, so you saw from this mess what came out of this mess, right? Like we have this. Okay, we have this. You see how I sat here and just sketched and erased and played around? Now we have this like general, you know, concept. And the concept changed. Originally I was going to have him flying and doing this cool thing. And then Ella mentioned the thing about him coming out of a wall. And then I was like, oh, that's cool. It's very dimensional. You know, like, let me try that.
Yeah.
See how cool that would be. And just for fun, it's just, you know, a drawing. So, so now what I would typically do when we get to this kind of stage is, okay, I have this ruff. And this ruff is in pretty good shape, but now I'll put the clothes on him. I think I'm going to put him on in his Wolfgang uniform. What do you think? So what I'll do is I'll dim it a little bit, and then I'll start drawing another layer on top where I can start drawing clothes.
We want to get it good enough to be cleaned up tomorrow.
Right. And you see how much easier it is to draw the clothes now that I have the body? You know? See? See? You notice? When I get to the hair, that's like I've earned it. That's when I've basically... Now, I cheated a little bit on this one because I started doing the hair in the middle of it. But just because I wanted to draw the hair. The hair should be the dessert, right? When you get to the hair and you draw the wind-blown hair and stuff, like, you have to earn that. But I think I've done enough commissions and enough drawing in my life that I can earn a cheat now and then, wouldn't you say? Ella?
True. I'm excited for... RC's going to see a new side of me, which is student Ella, who is very dedicated, but also slightly bratty sometimes.
Bratty student.
Like, I'm very dedicated, but, like, RC's going to be like, you have to wait to do hair, and I'm going to be like, I already drew it. I already did it. Like, I
see.
You're going to be like, you have to earn it, and I'm going to be like, whatever. I earned it.
I like that. I like that. Oh, that's cool, Beast King. That's a good idea. I love drawing hair, Eric. I love drawing hair. It's one of my favorite things to do. I think hair can be super dramatic, you know, and I love doing dramatic things, so... Poor Ella has to deal with a lot of my drama all the time.
I'm finding that I don't like hair. I think that I will like hair.
You will like hair once I teach you. Once I teach you...
Yeah.
You're going to be like,
of course.
It's actually easier than it looks, I promise.
I'm sure you're right.
It really is.
My problem is not drawing the hair, which of course is a problem. Yes, it is a problem. But
what's the other part?
Thinking of like what hair to draw. Like, I think some people are just like, oh yeah, this hairstyle. And I'm like, I've had just one straight, you know, long hairstyle for most of my life until like very recently, and so I don't really know that many hairstyles.
Well,
so
you know what? That's where Pinterest.
Where references and stuff.
Listen, that's where Pinterest comes into play. Look up female hairstyles, right?
Yeah.
And sometimes you can look up, or you can look at contemporary teenage male hairstyles, contemporary middle-age woman hairstyle, right? You could go through, like, be specific, and Google Images or Pinterest doing that will open up all sorts of ideas for you, you know? Hair is can be so much fun, and as you can see here, like, look at the drama of this hair, right? Just wait till I clean this up. Oh, thank you, Candy. Excited. I'm excited that you're gonna join it, Candy.
ASMR barber videos? That's a great idea. That's how I'll get hairstyle tips. Educational and relaxing. Okay, this is actually pretty sick. I like the idea of him coming out of a rift, because that feels really like a rift or tear. They're not called rifts. I don't know why I called it a rift. A tear. Don't know the universe lore.
You don't know the universe lore. Tisk. See how much fun it is to like draw? Don't be shy, B. You can come in. Don't be shy. You know me.
Yeah, most of it is offline. You take
most of it's offline anyway.
Own time. Yeah, you take your own time to like.
Don't be shy. Yeah, come on. Come on, you know me, B. Don't be shy. And you're already amazing. B's art is so good. We got some amazing artists in this universe, okay? Candy's awesome. B's awesome. Ruben is amazing. Giumi is spectacular. Like, there's so many amazing artists in our community, and you guys can learn from each other.
I gotta catch up. I gotta make my place.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start adding my own cover art to commissions. How about that? No, not yet. Not for a while. Not for a long time.
I'm giving him an honor cord even though he doesn't have one yet because I just want to, okay?
This is dream version Hugo.
Right.
If we've learned anything tonight, it's just to do what you want.
That's right. Do what you want. Some days I just like to be like a total cat and be like, Ella's like,
today is definitely one of those days.
Today is a cat day. Today is definitely a cat day. Absolutely.
And I didn't even get any warning.
This is the first thing I woke up this morning was cat day for me. I woke up and I was like, I'm going to be a cat today. Ella knows, like I can see it on her face when I first meet her in the morning. She's like, oh, it smells like fish in here. That's her face.
I knew it was gonna be a cat day, but he didn't, there was no courtesy warning, but I knew it anyway. He tried to hide it from me, and I knew. I was like, it's a cat day.
Hey, Ray. So I think we generally have it. See, and the cool thing too, if you draw, another reason why you should draw your characters, the bodies first, is if you decide you want to change the outfit, I can just easily swap out his uniform and give him something else, right? Like right here, he's got his uniform, but I'm like, if after doing it, I'm like, I feel like he should be wearing, I don't know, a tank top or something. Like, you know, it's a whole, I don't have to erase everything. I could just easily go in and draw a tank top, you know? So have fun with that. You know, that's what I find fun about drawing these kind of phases. And then now, as we're a little more detail on the eyes. So you saw how messy it is, and now I'm going in and filling in detail to make the sketch sharper, so that when I go clean up, I love the cleanup process. I've said this before, but tomorrow when we do the cleanup of this, oh, I love the cleanup. Love the cleanup. You'll see me in action with that. But before you get to cleanup, you need to make sure that you have things pretty tight. You know, I don't need a lot of information to do cleanup, but if I'm not, I know it whenever I'm going into like a drawing. If I see a drawing and I'm like, oh God, what?
That. Oh God.
Oh, there will be like, if I get too like arty and I'm like, oh, I'm so talented. I don't need this much. I can just go from here, and I skip a step of like too much, refinement of the sketch. I will pay for it in the cleanup. It will look. I'm like, oh god, and I'll have to go back, and it becomes kind of Frankenstein's monster. So I've learned to like really, make sure I put my time into the sketch. Like when I'm working on commissions, it's the same way. Like I work really hard on the sketch first to get the sketch the way I want it and get all the pieces in place before. Otherwise, I'll waste a lot of time. The cleanup goes very fast if you've got this part. If you've got this part set properly. By the way, hello again to anyone who might be new. I'm RC. Welcome. I'm the creator of Flux Destiny. Hope you guys are having fun watching our training arc event this week. It's tomorrow. We'll be back at 9:30. Our server's open. So we open up our Discord server during these events. This is a great time to jump in because otherwise you have to like either join Patreon or buy something to get in the server. We have a really great community there. We've got this awesome Kickstarter that launches on Friday, by the way, where we're doing an OC journal. This is going to be just such a really cool project that we're really excited about. So be sure to check that out. What am I missing, Ella? Something. Is that it?
That's the main part.
That's the main stuff. That's right. You don't really need to notice how the eyes are everything, Jimmy. You're right. And when this gets cleaned up, you'll see it even more. The nose, it's very easy to get caught up with the nose. The nose is just a shadow in this particular view here.
Mm-hmm.
See, and I can even tell, like, looking at this closely, I can already see adjustments that I would make to this. Like, I can see it, like, the level of, like, intensity. I can tell that, for example, this side of the face right here has the proper proportion. Right here, this part is sticking out too much. I'm gonna have to, like, you probably might not be able to see that. I can see it, and so I have to go in there and like adjust this a little bit when I do the final cleanup. But that's because I pay attention to that kind of stuff.
I didn't notice it until you said it, but now that you said it...
Yeah, see?
I do see it.
You see it? But
yes.
It needs to be...
I do, actually.
That's good. That's very good. See, and all I have to do is kind of carve it out a little bit. I have to carve it out a little bit and get it to shape properly. And like I said, the hair is where all the drama is, right? I love the drama of the hair.
Candy says this needs to be a poster print.
All right. Candy's a sweetheart. Always gassing me up.
You deserve it.
Ah. Another reason why I like drawing flowy hair a lot is that it adds motion to a scene. Like, even if characters are just sitting and talking. Now, the wind in a scene, like, if you notice, whenever I make a character's hair move, in the manga, it's very deliberate. It's like usually something dramatic or something, and adds some drama to it, So, give him a smirk. Okay, I was thinking about changing it to a smirk too.
He is very serious.
Very serious. Maybe we should give it.
And I will say, I think the one thing, I don't know if you put it here, but I think the one thing we're missing is his Taurus.
Oh, how did I forget it? See, if it wasn't for Ella, I would forget my name. Like, I don't remember. Yes, his Taurus. How did I forget that?
I think it'll be important in this piece since he's
yeah,
using
absolutely. What is wrong with me? You know what? I need to eat. I really didn't eat lunch.
Well, since this is just the sketch, we could do a little bit more tomorrow.
Yeah, too. No, we're good. I'm just gonna add the sketch, the Taurus in, and I think we'll be good.
Before we wrap up here tonight, I just want to say thank you to everybody who joined our new Patreon tier. We got a lot of people join already. I see a lot of people who are excited to join a little bit later this week. I feel very supported. I know it's not about me. It's about all of us joining it together. But I was really nervous to do this, and I feel really excited and supported. And when you join, you get to join. We have this art club room in our Discord, and I'm going to be in there asking for your recommendations and tips and things that you guys like as well. So I'm excited to see what you guys have to say, because I'm total newbie. I know so little, so I'm excited to be learning from y'all as well.
I'm glad I saw when C said that it was chunky. That made my day, because the chunky Taurus is where it's at.
Yeah, I like it. This is very stylized. I'm really happy about this, the way that this is going. This is cool.
I will find the right smirk. I got to work on that. Although I kind of like the serious. I don't know. I kind of like the serious pouty mouth.
I like them both. I like the smirk too. This is very cool. You really turned it up a notch.
Aww.
For this piece.
What's with this like saxophone music? What is going on?
I don't know.
I'm like, into the heat of the night. Like, what is it? Excuse me.
I just
Do not.
It started to. We only
I was
have
like,
a certain
what?
time limit for cool music, and then it starts to get sultry.
Yeah. I'm like, Flux After Dark has hit. When that saxophone comes out, you know we've hit Flux After Dark.
We're on a timer. Candy? Oh, she loved that smirk. Whoa.
Oh, she liked the smirk?
She said, I'm dead. Oh, it's because of the smirk. The smirk activated the jazz.
Oh. So.
Yes, the sunflower the drawing board sketches will find life again. One day. Those will be finished.
Oh, we will. Actually, I'm saving the sunflower one for when the spring comes around. We'll do it.
Yeah, we're just waiting for the right time.
I really want to finish that one, the sunflower one. And the Marco in his room one.
I don't know if I could take much more of this music. I'm be honest.
Sorry. I'm sorry. We're coming to the end anyway. I'm sorry. I don't know why.
First of all, I don't like jazz. Second of all, it's not the vibe.
I don't know why it's doing that all of a sudden. I'm sorry. I am so sorry.
I think the music is your mood. Like it's connected to your mood.
I am not. That has nothing to do with what I'm drawing right now. Well, I think that we've got a pretty strong sketch to work on.
I'm sorry. You guys know that I don't like jazz. I've told you this. It's not that I don't like jazz. I don't like chaotic jazz. I like
Lamb, I didn't know you were such a jazz aficionado.
You guys knew this.
I knew that about Ella. I didn't know Lamb was.
I like just
fun.
like normal jazz, like slow, but when it starts to get really chaotic, this jazz is actually fine. It's fine.
I don't know. It just sometimes this like soundtrack, like this has really cool like tracks. This particular one, but sometimes it'll pull out Flux After Dark stuff out of nowhere, and it's like, I'm trying to draw something. Where's like the cool like shonen?
I feel like I need to be
music?
smoking.
Yeah. I know. Yeah. I just need like the cool shonen battle music is what I need right now.
Yeah.
Not this kind of stuff. So what do you think, Ella? How do we
I
do
love
today?
it. I love it so much. I think this feels like a finished post to me. I love it so much. I love the way it looks. I love it.
I'm happy with it too. This will be really fun to clean up tomorrow and to do the rest of it. So
I want to keep each phase of the process. I'm super pleased. This is really cool.
Very good. Well, again, if you guys are just joining us, we had our first day of Artist the Training Arc, and we, like I was saying before, we call it that because we like to bring kind of that focused intent and drama to everything we do. And if you're going to take your own art and skills seriously, you should treat yourself like your own MC, right? And so, we had some great sessions today. We had 3 sessions. Tomorrow, our session begins again at 9:30 in the morning. And hope you'll join us to come there. Remember that the server is open. If you want to join our community, now is the time to do it because we open it during these special events. And we've got all these cool people. You're seeing them in the comments and everything. You join the community. We've got such an awesome community. Tomorrow, we've got 9:30 in the morning, and then at 12:30, and this is Central Time. So 9:30 Central, 12:30, and then another 6:30. Tomorrow at 6:30, when I'm back again, I'm gonna clean this particular piece up. So we'll be able to get this thing cleaned up, and you'll get to watch me do it. And I'm gonna do, since it's a relatively small piece, I'm gonna put a lot of care into it, so you can see kind of how I clean up something like this. So Thank you, Lamb. I'm glad you like the pose. So yeah. So well, I had fun, Ella. I hope you did too. I hope you
Me
guys
too,
all had
yeah.
a good time. I think we accomplished it for today. I think it's dinner time. What about you?
Yeah, let's do it. It's bedtime for me, so I
Oh,
gotta
that's
get my
true. It's
sleep
bedtime for you. It's
for
dinner time for
class
me.
tomorrow. For art class.
Well, you guys have a great night. Thanks for joining us today. I hope you guys drew a lot. If you didn't draw a lot today, tomorrow is a perfect day to start. Bring your drawing pads, your pencils, papers, whatever, and join us. And we will see you tomorrow at 9:30. Thanks for everyone who joined the new Patreon tiers, and we'll see you tomorrow. Good night.
Bye.